Hi guys, this is your science video for today, June 11th, Thursday. On Tuesday we talked about some ways that we could conserve our natural resources, such as recycling, um, reusing things, reusing our grocery bags, getting plastic bags instead of using paper bags that we, throw away. Um, and basically how things are recycled. Um, Also, it mentions uh, landfills, and how garbage is becoming a big problem. We don't have enough room for the garbage that we throw away. So now we're going to move on to some other ways we can conserve. Okay, so I'm on page 346. It says it's not just dirt. Okay, and we're talking about soil and planting crops today, okay? And it says soil is one of the most world's valuable resources. What can we do to protect it? Dirt. You track your feet in on it. You may have played in it as a child. Why is it important to conserve dirt? Dirt or soil contains nutrients that plants need in order to grow. Most of our food comes from crops that grow in soil. Animals also depend on soil to provide the food they eat. Many organisms, such as earthworms, live in soil. Natural events can cause soil to dry out, strip it of its nutrients, and carry it away. Pollution, deforestation, road construction, and land development are some ways that humans harm soil. Okay? Um, so now we're going to talk about, if you go to page 347, we're going to talk about some ways that we could save the soil and its nutrients, okay? It says people have developed ways to help conserve soil. Some farmers rotate crops or plant a different crop every other year. For example, one year a farmer may plant corn. Corn removes nitrogen from soils. The next year, the farmer plants soybeans. These plants return nitrogen to the soil. Intercropping is the planting of more than one crop in the same field at the same time. The crops protect each other from insects and disease. They also protect the soil from erosion. Did you know that you could grow plants without soil? Using hydroponics, people can grow certain plants in water or another material such as sand or gravel. Hydroponics actually conserves water and soil using less space than the traditional farming. Okay, so on the opposite page that we were just on, page 346, this is a picture of hydroponics. Okay, we have plants growing in what looks like gravel to me. Okay, and then there's a picture of the intercropping that we talked about, growing crops at the same time. Okay, and then there's another one that they actually didn't mention, but it's in this picture. It says contour plowing follows the natural curve of the land, preventing soil from washing away in heavy rains. Okay, so you could see it kind of almost looks like a racetrack, like a round circle. It follows the shape of the land, so the water doesn't run off all the soil and get rid of all the nutrients. Okay, so there's a bunch of different ways that farmers have figured out, and people in that field figured out how to conserve soil. Okay, and keep being able to keep growing crops. Okay, on this page it shows about the corn rotation and soybean, or I'm sorry, intercropping. Okay. So on the chart on the bottom of page 347, it says soil smarts. Pick a type of soil conservation and fill it in the chart. So I picked hydroponics. You could pick a different one, like the crop rotation, intercropping. But I picked hydroponics. Okay. I thought that's cool that they could, grow plants without using soil. So that's the type of soil conservation. And it says draw it or describe it. So I just described it. I said it's growing plants without soil, right? So hydroponics is growing plants without soil. And then tell how it helps. So hydroponics conserves water and soil, and it uses less space than traditional farming. Okay, so that's how you fill that chart out. Like I said, I picked hydroponics. You could pick another one if you want to, or you could use the one that I chose. Okay, so now we're going to go on to page 348, and it says, the heading is Wonderful Water. Okay, think of all the ways you use water. Scientists estimate that every person in the United States uses about 380 liters or 100 gallons of water every day. That's about 1,600 glasses of water. Okay. It says it's easy to take water for granted. After all, water is almost always there when you need it. Water is a renewable resource, but only some of it is available for use. It is important to keep an eye on how much water we use and to make sure we always have enough. Water conservation can start at home. Fixing a leaky faucet that drips at the rate of 1 drop per second can save more than 31 liters or 8 gallons of water every day. Do you have a garden that needs watering regularly? Your family can collect rainwater in a barrel or use drip irrigation system. Drip irrigation slowly delivers water right to a plant's roots, so water is not lost due to evaporation or runoff. Okay. One method, I'm on page 349 now. One method of gardening that helps to conserve water in areas with little rainfall is xeric landscaping. Xeric landscaping is the using native plants that match the natural growing conditions of an area. The resulting is, you guessed it, less water is needed to keep plants alive. People who live in desert regions and plant desert plants in their yards do not have to waste water on thirsty lawns. Okay, so here's a picture of a landscape, xeric landscape. Okay, doesn't really use much water. It has a cactus, which doesn't, uses very little water. Okay, so now we're at this chart. We have this chart down here. It says, do the math, solve real world problems. We're going to see just how much water saving devices actually save water per day and per week. So we have, it says items such as low flow shower heads, low flush toilets, and front loading washing machines can help reduce water use. Use the data to complete the chart and find out just how much water can be saved. Okay, so I started the chart out for you guys. There's 4 categories. It's the traditional method of using water. So they have a shower head, a toilet, and then a washing machine. Okay, and then a water saving version of these. So a water saving shower head, water saving toilet, and water saving washing machine. And then it wants you to figure out how much water is savings in one day and then water savings in 1 week. So it's a multi-step problem, okay? First, you have to find out how much the traditional shower head uses. So it says under shower head, it says assume 2 showers per day. So if it's 70 gallons per shower, you have to do 70 times 2, right? Which gives you 140, okay? And then the same thing with the 25 gallons that the water saving one does. It's 25 times 2, which gives you 50. Okay, you could already see just visually how much less water it uses. 70 gallons compared to 25 gallons per shower use. Then toilet flushes, they're assuming that you're flushing the toilet about 10 times a day. A traditional toilet uses 5 gallons. So you would do 5 times 10, which gives you 50. And then a water saving toilet is 2 gallons per flush. So you would do 2 times 10, which gives you 20. Okay, so the washing machine, you don't need to do anything there because they're just assuming that you're doing 1 load per day. So it's 40 gallons versus 20 gallons. Okay, so how do you find the difference between two numbers? We subtract, right? So the first one, we would subtract 140 minus 50. Okay? Second one, the toilet, we would subtract 50 minus 20. And then the third one for the washing machine is 40 minus 20. That will give you your water savings for the day, okay? So, let's do the first one. I'll just do the first one with you, at least. Okay, 140 minus 50, so we need to borrow. Becomes 14, okay? So that's 90, okay? Okay, so that's water savings in one day for the shower head. Now you have to think, how many days are in a week? There's 7 days in a week. So you would have to do 90 times 7. Okay? Okay? And then that's how you would find that answer out. Okay? And then the same for the rest of them. I'll do the second one. 50 minus 20 minus 2 is 30. So that would be 30 times 7. Okay? Okay? So that should give you guys a good idea of how to do that. I don't want to do all the work for you. So the first step, like I said, you have to times this by however many times it's telling you, which is 2 showers per day. They're assuming you're using flushing the toilet 10 times. So you do 5 times 10 for traditional, and then 2 times 10 for a water saving one. Then you have to subtract to find the difference for the day, okay? And then you would multiply the difference for the day times 7, okay? Because if you want to find out for 1 week, there's 7 days in a week, okay? Let me just set this up for you, the last one, so you can see. 40 minus 20, 20 times 7. Okay, so this is how it would look. Okay. Okay, and that's it for today. Next time we have science will be, you guys will, I actually think it'll be your last science day. Tuesday, Thursday. No, Thursday will be your last science day. But anyway, we're going to talk about how we could conserve light energy or use the sunlight as energy. You might have seen panels, solar panels on tops of buildings that use the light as energy. Your calculators that we have in school, they run on solar power. They run on light energy. So we're going to talk about that the next time, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.